What is up, guys? This is Scratchsteer here once again, Justin from Scratchsteer. And today I'm just going to be showing, just continuing my Scratch 101 series. Today we're doing motion blocks. Yay, motion blocks. So some motion blocks we're going to be discussing today. I wasn't able to finish it in my last video, sorry guys. Motion blocks we're going to be discussing today. Turn that, blah, 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 blah. This here, hold on, what's it? Oh yeah, duh. Style. So some ones we're gonna be discussing today are these blocks here. No, none of them these. So we already discussed the move 10 steps, which makes them go left and right. We already we need this. Okay, I forgot about that. So we're discussing all these here today. We also discussed glide. We discussed these four here. We discussed no, we didn't discuss that. We didn't discuss these. So so far I was reminding myself, sorry. So today we're gonna be discussing a lot of rotation stuff, some parameter stuff, like what happens if you don't want them to go too far. So what happens is that so like first thing is, let's say I want him to do a backflip in place, like he's just floating. He's flying in the stage. Yay, flying. So what I would do, see this turn 15 degrees here? To the left, or counterclockwise. So if I said turn 15 degrees here, counterclockwise, this is counterclockwise. It starts off, you know. So counterclockwise. He would start leaning to the left a little bit. That's how I see it. And I just keep clicking it. If you didn't remember from last time, you click something to make it work. So if you don't want to be the rest of the script. Or I could always click green flag and stuff would happen, and this stops it, but whatever. We'll get into that when we're actually making stuff. So that's there. And of course, if you want to do a floating front flip, you could always click there. Click, 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 click. Man, you are a slow floaty cat. Okay. He's in that position. So you get the basic gist. However much, and you can adjust this number. See how much he turns. He could turn a lot more. Turn a lot less. See. Alright. So and then that brings us to our next block. Actually, it works with both blocks here. That brings us to our next block. Pointing direction blink. This can actually really help you in the long run. So 90 degrees right. That's like he could be facing left for all I care. Like if his for now, it's like you're facing right. But whatever the right side of the original costume, like this side here is the side of the original costume. This is the right side of the original costume. If I flip this entire thing all over, this should be the right side of the costume. I'm gonna flip that because I don't like that. So if you do this though, it will point in a different direction. You can change. This is neutral. I think a 90 is neutral position. But it's probably not. But if you do this here, it will turn upside down actually. So because you're rotating you're rotating 180 degrees, which causes so he's going this way. So what happens is that he's going all the way around, and now he's upside down because his right side has been moved to the left. But it's not like they can just flip that. You have to make a whole. If you want to make it appear as if he's facing a different direction, what you have to do is that with direction, you want to have two costumes. Let's delete this guy because we don't want to skip a gap. So this is facing right. Let's call it cat facing right. And we're going to call this cat facing left. The reason for this is that if I just did that there, the point direction -90, then I would end up having a upside down cat on his head, and that's no fun because cats are supposed to land on their feet. And that will kind of screw it. So next what I would do is I would click this button up here, flip left, right, and now it would be that way. Left, right, left, right, left. So that's a different story. And let's go back to here because that's an interesting one. So, you got the gist there. 90 degrees you're pointing right, then, negative 90 you're pointing, upside down. 0 up is you're just going straight up. And of course, the famous 180 down. So, then there's, if on edge bounce. You point 90. Alright. So let's say I want to keep moving, but in some games, the sprite will tend to go off the stage on accident if something goes wrong. So generally Scratch will prevent this, but this will always help. I can keep having this happen, and as soon as he hits the stage, yep, as soon as that happens, he bounces. And I'm still getting used to the whole thing. In Scratch 1.4, this wouldn't happen where he turns upside down, but whatever. So that's if on edge bounce, it bounces him off to make sure he doesn't go off the stage. As soon as he touches it, though, he will do something. Set rotation style, left, right. Alright, so this is interesting. You can also adjust this in the player, but this is if you want to do it within a project and user input and stuff. So I have this here, which means he is rotatable in any direction. Any direction. This here means that he is only allowed, he can only go left and right. He can't go up or down. Don't rotate means, well, don't rotate. He can't rotate at all. And all around is he can just rotate anywhere the hell he wants. So this is back to 90, hold on. Okay. So that's that rotation style. Point towards. Point towards is an interesting thing. Point towards mouse pointer. But there's no other spread. You can do this with several things, like, I'm just gonna import apple. Yum, apple. Kitties like apples, right? No, I want to click cancel. No. Alright, there we go. So, I have this beautiful apple here, and I can say point towards mouse pointer. It's anything that is physical other than the stage in the thing. So, point towards apple. Other factors on the stage. So, I could have this point towards the mouse pointer. Let's do this up here. Alright. So he clearly only does left, right, up, or down. So he senses a certain grid. So this is interesting because he will sense what to do and stuff. Oh, wait, hold on. I just know some. Ha! I never knew this. But if you point towards apple, if you do the point towards, then it will it won't do the upside down thing. It will not flip you completely. It will just flip your sprite. I thought that was interesting. Yep. So the next things we have to talk about are kind of difficult to grasp. These are the bubble things. Bubbles are like if you want to. They're generally used with operators. These things here, or variables. We'll get to that later, but they are generally used, like, let's say I want to say, what happens if I'm over here, but there's nothing here to detect if I'm over there, and I don't want there to be anything to detect if I'm over there, like there's no wall saying, so I can say, if I'm touching this wall, then do something, because not everywhere is there a wall. I want there to be like an invisible detector, like a laser or something, like a laser beam that would just be right here that would detect this. So what I would do is I would click X position, and my X position is, as I told last time, you can go to my previous video, X position is left, right. X position is kind of like the hot dog way, you know what I mean? If you get Y position is hamburger way, up, down. So, his x position is 1. So let's say the middle is always 0. The middle is always 0. X0, X0, Y0, 0, 0. Let's say this is 0. This is 1, whatever. So, not perfect. I'm trying to be perfect for you guys. Yay, X0, X0. X0, Y0. Okay. That's quadratic. But, whatever it was, so he is -1, he is 157 little dots, or little units. Like, let's say this whole grid, this whole thing here, the whole stage is a giant grid. He is 157 squares from the left to the left. And as we said last time, if there's a negative number, then it's probably going to the left. So, depends on what you're doing. So, Y position here is the same thing. It would report how high or low I am relative to 0, Y0. How relative close I am to the center, in terms of up, down. So, like, this would be a higher number, this will be a higher Y number, and this will be a lower Y number because he's down. He's sad. He's not happy. He's less. He feels less of himself. And happy, he feels grand. He feels proud. He feels big. You know, happy. Think about it that way. So, next we have direction. Direction. So, direction is an interesting thing, as it does, It pretty much tells you what the direction is. Same thing with telling stuff, like being able to tell differences. So direction is important. This block here is important because it will detect it. So let's say I'm pointing direction 90. So now I know I'm pointing direction 90. 90. See, it says direction. If you click on those bubble blocks, generally they'll know what you're talking about and they'll give you the position. So, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching everything. I appreciate all the support and everything I've gotten. I really appreciate it. By the way, thank you so much, guys, for 10 subscribers. It was a long journey, but I actually made it. I know it sounds stupid, but I did. And I'm happy. So, thank you guys so much. So, I'd appreciate it. So, yeah, bye, guys. Have a great rest of the day, evening. Subscription would be great. I really appreciate those. Like, constructive criticism works fine with me. If you really disliked it, like you want to die, then dislike it, but please don't. But whatever. Bye, guys. Have a great rest of the day, evening, or whatever. I can't do outros.